All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, episode 2 of Tobacco and Vodka. We are here with
Cameron.
And we're going to be talking about
everything that happened today in October 2025.
Yeah. So, Syracuse lost. The Yankees lost game 1.
Phillies lost.
Phillies lost, but no one really cares about them. And,
we drank a lot.
We drank a lot. Some of us drank too much.
Yep.
But, that's what happens when your teams lose. Sometimes you got to black out so you don't remember the pain of losing.
Absolutely.
Notre Dame won, though.
Notre Dame did win. Big win for the Irish. Big win for the Catholics. Indiana, New York. It's a big thing. We drank a lot
New
tonight.
York?
Corona.
It's not a big thing in New York.
Corona.
Man.
It's absolutely a big thing in
No,
New
it's
York.
not. It's just a big thing for Irish people.
There's a lot
and
of
I'm
people,
Irish, and I root
Italians,
for Syracuse.
Catholics. So. Catholics in general, they all flock to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Not all of them.
Well, here's what I got to say.
Usually you root for the team that's closest to you, but you're special.
Well, I disagree with that, absolutely, because...
That's Europe, by the way. That's the Netherlands.
Okay, I get that. We're looking at the TV right now. It's 3:21 in the morning here in
Sunday, October 5th.
Sunday, October 5th, yes. Well, it's a big thing for Catholics. A big win for Notre Dame. We beat Boise State 28-7. Big game for C.J. Carr, Jeremiah Love, and Notre Dame. South Bend. So, it was a big night. Yankees lost. Not that I give a fuck about that, but, Yankees lost. Phillies lost. Syracuse lost big time.
31-18.
Very big loss. Interception at the end. It would look better if it was 31-25 at the end.
You got your broadcasting voice on right now. Could you just talk like a normal person, please? Could you stop with this broadcasting
absolutely.
bullshit?
I'm talking normal right now.
No, you're not.
And
could you loosen up?
We have to look at it like this for Syracuse. Ricky Collins is not the answer.
This is not how he normally talks, folks. He's trying to turn this into a sports podcast right now.
I'm really not trying to. Chris is just really fucked up right now.
Sure, I'm the messed up one.
So we drank a lot tonight. We drank Coronas, Limeade, Lemonade, Simply's, Captain Morgan. We have this vodka here. What's it called,
I just drank vodka. It's Breckenridge vodka. It's all right.
Kind of like John C. Breckenridge from the Civil War for all you history buffs.
There you go.
Out there, all you fucking nerds. Well, anyways, we had to bring our buddy upstairs. Jarrett, that was a real fucking disaster. You want to let him know about that, Chris?
Yeah, so basically Jarrett drank for 9 hours straight, on and off.
What was he drinking at the fucking...
So he drank... in a German beer called Spatzen Oktoberfest.
At Oktoberfest in Clinton Square?
At Oktoberfest in Clinton Square. That was
Syracuse.
today. First ever Oktoberfest
Yep.
in downtown Syracuse. He had a Spatzen Oktoberfest, which is 1 liter. Where's his mug, by the way? Isn't his mug's around here
I'm
somewhere?
not sure where his mug is.
He
I
got
never
a,
even saw it.
He got a beer stein from Oktoberfest, so that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to a sports bar to watch the Syracuse and Yankee games, and he had probably 3 or 4 Coronas there. Then we came back to his house, and I don't even know how many he had at his house, honestly. He just kept going.
Yeah, it was at the point where me and him were going, back to back for, band for beers, and I was just like, what are we doing here?
Listen, man. Jarrett outdrank everybody, but he paid
I don't
the
know
price.
if Jarrett drank out.
He did.
I think my tolerance is better than Jarrett, to be honest with you. I mean, Chris will disagree
Ladies and
with
gentlemen,
that,
Cam is a narcissist, but in
I'm
reality...
not a narcissist,
yes,
really.
You're
I
such
think
a
I'm
narcissist.
correct. I think I'm really correct here.
Well,
but anyways,
Jarrett maybe had 1 water throughout the night, and Cam had like 4. So if that gives you any indication, even though Cam says he drank more...
That's just endurance right there, folks.
Sure.
Waters...
Would you stop with your broadcasting voice?
I'm
Stop
not
saying folks.
I'm not walking.
That's just endurance for you folks. Shut the fuck up and talk like a normal person.
I'm talking like a normal person.
No, you're not. I can tell your voice
Okay, let's
switched
start
as soon
over
as the
then.
podcast
Let's start
starts.
over
No,
then.
we're not starting over.
Yes,
this
we
is
are.
unedited.
Well, we're starting
This
over.
is unedited.
We're starting over.
We're 4.5 minutes in.
We're starting over.
No, we're not. Just relax,
This
Cam.
is not good.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
No one's gonna listen to this except the 5 people in the future. Hi, future people. 5 people in the future.
Well,
And this podcast is called Tobacco and Vodka.
Tobacco and vodka. We're drunk
I'm
right
usually
now.
smoking a cigar and drinking vodka.
Okay,
I have
why
the
are
vodka.
we drinking it?
I don't have cigars,
vodka.
ladies and gentlemen. I have nicotine, though. Nicotine toothpick.
Okay,
so
you're
that's
saying
gonna have
ladies
to
and
suffice.
gentlemen. That isn't broadcaster voice.
That's,
Ladies and
look,
gentlemen.
you got to play it up for the
Exactly,
audience. Just
exactly.
a tiny bit, though.
Tiny bit, but
Not,
I said folks, I'm broadcaster.
yes, folks is too far. Just little
Folks
ladies
is
and
too
gentlemen.
Far. Folks is too
You got to
far.
say ladies and gentlemen because
That's
there's no shot a lady is
so
listening
anyways,
to this.
let's get back to our friend having to carry him up the
So
stairs.
Jarrett, I'm just going to take a ballpark here and say he had probably 15 beers. Let's just go with 15 beers through 9 hours.
Yeah.
He got so drunk that he fell asleep for about an hour.
Had
and
to
then
threaten to kick him.
we had to wake him up and try and drag him upstairs, and he was comatose. Couldn't get up, couldn't speak English, was just moaning. And we eventually dragged him to the door. We were outside on the porch, by the way. We're outside on a porch right now. We were having a propane fire going. The fire died, so we're just hanging out here for a little bit before we get tired.
Mm-hmm.
But so we had to drag him out from the porch to his door, and then he wanted to fall asleep at the door, apparently, so we had to threaten to kick him at the door.
And then we, Chris poured a shit ton of water over him.
Threw water in his face as hard as I could.
A lot of water on him, and he just, kind of was like, oh, and I was like, yo, get the fuck up. I was starting to get really pissed at that point.
Cam was getting upset.
I was really getting pissed, and then me and Chris finally got him up the stairs, and then he's like, oh, and in bed, I'm like, you sound like fucking Biden right now. It's fucking unreal. And we got him into bed, and then we're like, all right, we got to go get him water, of course.
Sounds like Biden.
So we get him water, and then he's like, oh, and I'm like, okay, fuck you.
So yeah, we tried to get him up 3 times. The first time, he leaned forward but laid back down. The second time, we moved him a little bit. He leaned forward, laid back down. The third time, he finally leaned forward and, helped us and used his legs, and we got him up the stairs, brought him to his room, and threw him in his bed. And then he was out. We went and got him water, put it on his nightstand. We have no idea if he's going to know his water's there when he wakes up. But speaking of that, we should probably tell him. So the time right now is 3:27, and Jarrett has to work in the morning at 9 a.m.
He does dishes for a fast food place.
It's not fast food, but it's a
pretty
sit-down place.
Close.
But if you all want to place bets right now, since Cam's a betting man, Cam takes parlays and everything. If you want to get the parlay on, if Jarrett wakes up and goes to work tomorrow, he's probably got, 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep?
It's not looking good, but he usually makes it in. He works with a pedophile and a murderer.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going deep on this podcast tonight.
So he works with a pedophile and a murderer. He liked the music they play in there at first. And then, he was saying, I just learned they're a pedophile and murderer. I don't want to work there anymore. And now he's, we've been driving back from the Thousand Islands. We've been getting drunk a lot recently. And he's like, all right, I got to go in. I can't, his boss's name is Richie. And he's like, I can't upset Richie. I got to go in. And I'm like, Jared, you're getting paid $15 an hour, $15.50 in New York State's minimum wage. I said, it's not that big of a deal. And he's like, I need the money. And he's like, all right. He's like, I got to go in. So he's been going in half drunk half of the time. I think you would agree with that, Chris?
So usually we drink on Saturdays and he works on Sunday mornings. So we've been drinking not every weekend, probably every other weekend.
Yes.
And usually he stays up.
We
start drinking later. Today we started drinking at 3 p.m. Usually we start drinking at 7?
7 or 8, yeah.
Yeah. So usually he lasts until now and then goes to bed, but went to bed at what time we get him inside? 2:30, 2:45?
2:30 in the morning on October 5th.
So he's going to get more sleep than normal. Usually he gets 3 hours of sleep, so he's going to get more sleep, but he's also way more drunk than normal.
And I got to tell you, when the pedophile is telling you look like shit, that's a problem.
It's probably a big problem.
It's a real big problem.
Also, the murderer, he's out. The murderer got, what the fuck is it called? I was going to say stage 2, but that's the drunk speak. Fucking, what's it called in court?
Second degree?
Yeah, he got second-degree murder because he didn't plan it, but he viciously stabbed his girlfriend 32 times. No, He viciously stabbed his girlfriend and then got 32 years and then got out. So,
I mean, that's just really bad stuff there.
that's the American justice system, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening from South Africa or anywhere else in the world, we also hung out with our friend Brandon today. He's from South Africa. He's here working as a farmer.
I met him today.
A little foreign labor for you. Great guy.
I met him today. He was a pretty good guy. Better than I thought he would be.
What did you think he was going to be?
You know, I thought he would be uptight.
Like you?
Personally, that was a deep shot at me.
That was not Cam, you're the most uptight person I know.
I'm really not that uptight, to be honest.
Yes, you are.
With you.
You're the most uptight person I know.
All right, let's get back here. So,
how long did it take before you warmed up to me? 3 hangouts?
No,
3 hangouts
two.
before you got comfortable with me? Sure.
2. So, you know, Brandon, he's a good guy. His accent's kind of funny. He's kind of like an Elon Musk looking guy.
When he gets drunk, his accent really starts going.
Yeah, it's really good. You know, it was a good time tonight. He kind of tapped out a little bit early, but he was drinking for a while, obviously.
He also didn't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah, he obviously started, you know, really early, didn't get a lot of sleep, so he tapped out really quickly. You know, Jared obviously got really hammered. We had my friend Kenny over tonight. You know, he got really fucked up. Ken was supposed to go out to the bars tonight with my other friends in our group chat from high school, and, you know, they bailed on him and they didn't go out tonight, so he came over here, and he got, you know, he started out really easy, Chris, and then, you know, he started to get into it a little bit.
Who are you talking about, Ken?
Yeah.
Ken had 5 or 6 beers.
He had 5 or 6 beers.
He's just not a drinker, right?
Yeah, he's not a drinker.
Hard.
He's not a drinker, and he's got a really low tolerance, so, you know, he started to get hammered a little bit.
We also had our friend Jonah over, who usually drinks with us. Jonah's a pretty chill guy. Jonah usually goes hard, but Jonah also usually hits the Benjamin, a.k.a. a weed pen. So he usually taps out after he hits the weed pen.
Yeah, he really tapped out early tonight, in my opinion, very early. You know, he stopped. He just told everyone, you know, I'm stopping drinking. And I've never really heard that from him before. I've never heard him say before, like, I'm stopping drinking. Usually he's really silent about it. Tonight he was like, no, I'm not drinking anymore.
It's because he got too high,
yeah,
in my opinion.
He might have gotten too high. Anyways, he's on the couch right now sleeping. You know, that's not really surprising. Usually he goes upstairs and sleeps with Brandon's upstairs right now, South Africa.
Why do you say South Africa? He's South African. Leave it alone, bro. He's not an entire country.
Well, he's representing an entire country.
Ah,
you know,
okay.
There's not very many times you see a South African in upstate New York.
I see it all the time.
A South African.
Yep. They're
Really?
Everywhere, Cam.
South
They're
African?
invading the country, and we need to build a wall, and we need to deport them right now.
We need to deport Brandon.
No, he can stay. The rest of them, vamos.
The rest of them have to go.
The rest of the 0 South Africans, and actually no, he has a friend who he shares an apartment with that's also a farmer, foreign laborer. He's also South African. I met him. He's different though. He's like fully hick.
He's fully hick.
Yeah, he's like a full
fully
country
upstate
kid.
New York hick.
But South African.
South Africa.
His name's
he's got the voice.
His name's
The accent.
Tyron.
The accent.
Tyron. Tyron. Good guy. I met him. Good guy.
He's a great guy. Can he drink?
He drank. So the one time I met him, he wanted to drink, but he couldn't because he was driving. But he could probably put down a few. He's a bigger guy.
So
He's like Jonah's size.
okay. So Jonah's a pretty big guy, and I'm shocked tonight that, like, you know,
Kenny's also a big guy.
Kenny's a big guy, but, you know, low tolerance. He doesn't drink that much.
Jarrett's skinny yet. Jarrett can put down as many as you hand him.
Yeah, Jared can put down a ton. He's been drinking for a while. I don't know how long Jonah's been drinking for. Probably 5 or 6 years, but not as much as, like, you know.
When did you and
me.
Jonah start drinking today?
When did I start drinking?
Yeah.
I started drinking around like 4 o'clock.
So fun fact. So me, Jarrett, and Brandon were in Syracuse from 2:30 to 5:30, watching the games and drinking. I wasn't drinking. I was driving, but they were drinking. And Cam and Jonah showed up at Jarrett's place with a TV to watch the rest of the MLB playoff games at 4.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So they were drinking for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before we got here. And then we all met up, and we've been drinking together since 6.
Yeah, it's around 6 or 7, yeah. There was a lot of times we looked at our phones tonight and we're like, wow, it's 8 o'clock. Wow, it's 9 o'clock. Wow, it's 10 o'clock. Like, we're really fucked up. And, usually we're fucked up at like 4 a.m. Tonight we're really fucked up right now.
Now it's 3:35.
3:35 in the morning, and that's really not even that bad, to be honest with you.
And me and Cam aren't even drinking.
Yeah.
Right now we're just riding out the wave.
Yep.
I was actually gonna go get a water, but Cam, what's a good story you could tell the people about one of our drinking nights? We've had many a nights out here on this porch. What's a good story to leave the people while I go get a water?
Well, if I can think of one right now, it's gonna take a while to think of one. But
3 weeks ago, we were playing Jackpot in the road. I don't know if you know the game Jackpot. If you played it till kids, basically someone throws a ball up in the air and yells a number
usually.
Or anything, and you try and catch it and win it.
Yep.
We weren't playing like formal Jackpot though. We were just throwing the ball up in the air and seeing who could catch it. And I went for a catch. Who was quarterback?
Jarrett was quarterback.
Jarrett was quarterback.
Jarrett was
it was
quarterback.
me, Cam, and Jonah in the road. Jarrett threw a ball. It went over your head?
It went over my head. Jonah was to the left of me, and, Chris went full Superman over the curb.
Yeah, it went over Cam's head. I made the catch, but then there was a curb, and I rolled my ankle on the curb and dropped the ball. But luckily, I dropped the ball, because if I didn't, my hands went out.
Though. The street is fully paved.
I made the catch, hit the curb, my hands dropped the ball so I could brace myself to hit the concrete, and when I hit the concrete, they all thought I died. They thought it was horrible.
We did think we got a biker coming down here, this road, and he's taking a turn.
It's fine, leave him alone.
Big turn.
Oh yeah, Jarrett also earlier, when Jarrett was wasted, this was before he slumped and then we had to carry him inside, probably 2 hours before. The people across the street are Mexicans, and they were getting dropped off. And Jarrett, since they pulled on his side of the road, being Jarrett wasted, walked over to the car and tried to talk to them, and then realized they were Mexicans, and then just walked back to the porch.
Yeah, that wasn't a good look.
He was, it was not a good look. He was very drunk, but I'm sure they habla inglés, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't mind. They were probably a little, like, what the fuck are you doing? I would have been like that, too. I was like, yo, dude, get the fuck out of my way. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Mexicans drink tequila, though, right? They're probably a little fucked up.
Yeah, we weren't drinking tequila tonight, though.
No, the Mexicans were probably drinking tequila.
Maybe. I don't know what they were drinking.
Or some Coronas.
I mean, maybe Coronas. I'm not sure, but... a good story is, about a year and a half ago now, during the winter, it gets really wintry up here.
Want a water?
I'll take a water, yeah.
Do you have the glass? Where's your glass?
My glass? My glass is right there.
Okay.
So, we were drinking one night. My friend Connor was here, class of 2023, high school. Cam Ward was here, class of 2020. And, we were drinking, and we were upstairs. Jonah was here. Chris was here. And we're drinking, and we get to the end of the night. We grew up in the SoundCloud era. We're listening to Lil Peep, X, and, Juice WRLD, and some other guys. And we get to the end of the night, we're listening to Lil Peep and stuff, and, you always want a picture at the end of the night for your Snapchat story of all the beers you drink, bottles, cans, whatever, liquor. I drink Captain Morgan and Cokes most of the time. So at the end of the night, we have so many beers on this table upstairs, and Jared's mumbling around. He's really fucked up like he was tonight, but not as bad as he was. He was communicative and other stuff, and he could walk around a little bit. He just face planted into the table, and everything went everywhere. It was a mess, and pizzas are being thrown everywhere. It was a total mess. It was a really bad spot. We were like 6 months out of high school. We were like 18-and-a-half-year-olds drinking beer and stuff, and I can bring up some other stories from the past from 15, 16, 17, but 18-and-a-half-year-olds at their parents' house, and they're not home, and pizzas getting thrown everywhere, and we're a couple semesters into college and all this other stuff, and a lot of shit's going down. It's upstate New York winter, and we're drinking and faceplant into beer cans basically, and it was just a really bad look that night, but it was pretty funny when it happened. I couldn't stop laughing. Obviously, I had to come in and clean like usual. That's usually how it happens.
Yeah, by the way, me and Cam are usually the cleanup crew. We're usually the last ones up because everyone drinks too much and passes out, but usually me and Cam are cleaning up at the end of the night.
I work pretty late, so I'm usually up around this time.
And I'm up just because my sleep schedule's super messed up.
I don't work this late, though, but, I can stay up pretty late, so this isn't super irregular to me. So, Jarrett, getting really drunk tonight, we had to bring him upstairs.
Speaking of that, you know what we didn't mention?
What?
The eagle. We have to
eagle.
tell the
the eagle.
listeners about the legend of the eagle. So, friends, if you don't know, there's this podcast called The Joe Rogan Experience. I don't know if you've heard of it, but
Great podcast.
on The Joe Rogan Experience, they do this one called Protect Our Parks. And if you look at the later episodes of Protect Our Parks, they have a beer bong, which we call the Eagle. I ordered it as soon as I watched a couple Protect Our Parks episodes because it looked like they were having so much fun. Basically, it's an eagle with a, what would you call it, a nozzle in the back?
A funnel.
A funnel of a plastic eagle, a funnel in the back, and you pour beer or whatever.
It's got a small little hole.
It's got a small little hole on the back of the eagle in the middle, and you pour beer or whatever drink you're having into that hole, fill it up, and then you eagle, which is you chug it. And we've been doing this for about a year.
Over probably 2 years now.
I haven't had the eagle for 2 years. I probably had it for
think
like
you've
a
had
year.
it for 2 years. Yeah.
I don't think so.
2 years since I was like 18 years old. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, we eagle, which is just chugging it, and there's always a video taken when you chug it. We can probably just look up the first time we eagled.
Yeah.
But that gets you very drunk very fast because obviously you're chugging it. And fun fact about Jarrett, once he has one eagle, he can't stop.
That's usually with everybody, though.
Every time.
I think
can't
that's
stop.
with everyone, though.
No, everyone else kind of stops after 3. I had 4 tonight, but I was definitely stopping after 4.
It's really hard to stop. I'll leave it at this. It's really hard to stop eagling after a couple.
It is fun the first time, and then it hits you, and then you want to do it again because it's, at least for me, it's such a rush.
You don't want it too cold, though, because if it's too cold,
if you get beer that's too cold, it's not fun.
It's like it just really hurts your mouth. You're like, ugh, that's just not very good. It's kind of like a brain freeze almost. It's not that good.
But yeah, we always eagle usually when we drink. The boys always like it, and it's a good time. I highly recommend it. It's probably like $40 now online. You just type in American Eagle, like 30, I think.
So you got a pretty good deal on it.
I guess. I mean, it's a plastic eagle. It's a funnel. It should be like $10, but
the eagle, it's an American tradition at this point. You see it at a lot of places now.
Yeah, the eagle is got like American stickers all over it, like red, white, and blue stripes, stars. It's pretty American. I always hit it on 4th of July.
So the fire is out right now at Jarrett's.
Yeah, so at Jarrett's on the porch, we usually always sit around with chairs, drink, listen to music, and there's a propane fire that's usually going.
We got the TV out tonight, though. We got a TV tonight.
We have a rare appearance of a TV. Never had a TV on the porch before. It's on a table. And
we usually don't do a TV. It's starting to get colder in central New York, so we're probably going to go into the front room soon.
I'm cleaning up and leaving.
Well, front room soon, like in the next couple of appearances.
Yeah, so in the summer, spring, fall, we sit out on the porch and drink and sit at the fire. And then in the winter, we go out into the front room, which is kind of almost an inside porch.
Yes, pretty much.
It's got a TV in there, it's got some chairs, it's got a table. It's just smaller than the porch. It's a tiny room, but we usually chill in there in the winter and drink. It's pretty fun.
It's a very fun time. A lot of card games going on.
Not a lot of. We played cards like twice.
Okay, it seems like a lot to me.
I just want to preface, we're not alcoholics. I mean, as you can tell, the last podcast I released was almost a year and a half ago. So we only really do this when it's the end of the night and people are chill and relaxing. And we could probably
there's two of us
often,
left.
but
It's 3:45 in the morning on October 5th, 2025, and it's very, very early in the morning, and there's two of us left.
I mean, the last podcast I did, do you know Nate Stewart?
I do.
So I did it with him. He was the first. We did it from like midnight to 1 a.m. Then went to bed. He doesn't like me, though, because I'm an anarchist.
Oh, he doesn't like you because you're an anarchist?
Every time we talked about politics, he'd get pissed at me for being an anarchist, so... It's all good, Nate. I still like you. Well, it's no hard feelings. I understand. He works, at least when I was talking to him, he was, like an IT guy for BOCES.
Gotcha.
And we got into an argument because I said that his job shouldn't exist, and he took it personal. Because, it's government. It's a government job. It's BOCES is a
sort
school.
of, kind of, yes.
No, not sort of. It is. It's public school program.
Sort of, kind of,
so
yes.
he got upset at that. But again, no hard feelings, Nate. I understand.
You got anything to add before we end it?
What do you mean end it? It's only not even a half an hour. This usually goes for an hour. We still got another half hour of content to make for the fans, for the listeners.
For the listeners.
By the way, I'm not even taking the nicotine toothpicks anymore. I stole Jonah's vape. Jonah, if you listen to this, which you probably never will, I stole your vape while you passed out.
Absolutely.
It's really good.
It's
and
awesome.
I apologize, but it's very good.
How about Jarrett having a bag of Zins? Not a container of Zins, a bag.
So his friend Matt, who used to be a
Failed his
coworker,
test.
right?
Yeah, his coworker at Walmart pushing shopping carts.
Left a bag of Zins in his car, and Jarrett's been taking them ever since.
Skeefing them.
And we were supposed to get Jarrett some new Zins tonight, but I forgot, and he still had some left in the bag, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, it was really interesting. He had a, little sandwich bag of Zins, and I was like, what? Why isn't there a container? And he's like, well, Matt left them in my car. You gotta know this about Jarrett. Jarrett's doing this nuclear test. He's trying to become a radiation technician, I believe. And
Yeah.
Matt's doing these classes too. Jarrett's been passing them, but, Matt, on the other hand, hasn't been so successful from what we heard tonight from Jarrett. He's failed a couple. If he fails his next one, he's going to have to wait 6 months to proceed with the class again. But, he left the Zins in Jarrett's car. I'm not sure why Matt didn't have them in the container, but it was a little funny why, it was in a Ziploc bag and not a container. It was a little interesting, too. Wasn't sure if they were, some Swedish Zins. Jarrett likes getting the Swedish Zins, or
Just off-brand Zins, basically.
just off-brand Zins, and, they're like 12 milligrams and stuff. They're really, there's some lethal stuff.
I usually get them just regular Zins, though. Like Burn Dairy or something.
Yeah, I always get regular Zins, too, because I don't know, I'm not crazy about the 12 milligram. That's just a little too much.
Yeah, Jarrett's taking a 5-week course to become a radiation technician to work at, like, nuke plants and stuff. That's what he wants to do with his life.
Yep, 6 months out of the year, he's going to be working about 12 hours a day. Jonah's about to be doing the same thing.
Yeah, Jarrett convinced Jonah to do it, so...
Will they like it? Probably not.
Gonna be making a lot of money, though, according to them. So.
They will be making a lot of money. I'm not sure how much money they'll be making at first. To be honest with you, I don't think they'll be making that much money at first. They were talking $200,000 off the bat tonight. That's not gonna happen. I can tell you that for shit and sure right now. That's not gonna happen. They might make like $90,000 their first year, which obviously is really good, but like. At what cost you're going to be working 12 hours, 6 months out of the year? And then,
well, it's 12 hours, but it's every 2 hours they take a 2-hour break, so it's really 6 hours.
Yeah. It's still, though.
Which is kind of insane. But I guess they only make him work 6 hours because it's really boring work. I don't know. This is all what Jarrett said.
It's really boring
Jarrett, the
work,
one that
and it
passed out,
sucks.
and we had to bring him upstairs. It's coming from
Yep.
him.
Yep. This is the same kid that has trouble waking up in the morning for literally anything.
I mean, I'm the same way though.
So
I hate waking up.
I have a hard time. He's gonna very like. I have a hard time. Either one of them gonna really like this. I have a hard time that anybody will like, what they're doing right now. This nuclear stuff.
Yeah, Cam, why don't you tell them what you're gonna want to do with your life? Since I still have no idea, but Cam's got a path.
I go to college for broadcasting, journalism, and political science. So I'm either gonna go with the avenue of, politics, unlike my friend Chris over here, who's an anarchist and, hates the government and all. I'm either going to go into politics. I'm not a big fan of either party, though, so, I probably won't go that way. So broadcasting, sports broadcasting, remote broadcasting, all your games that you see on the road or, stuff like that. I do stuff like that. I push all the fancy light-up buttons on a switcher that, everything you see, basically. I can also write, produce news, and all that stuff like that. All that fun stuff. I'm basically the news creator,
Jesus
as
Christ,
some would
Cam.
say.
But I mentioned he's a narcissist.
A narcissist. Sure. I guess so. Tell him about your friend John. I think he's, the worst.
Oh yeah, John hung out with us a couple hours tonight. You talking about that, John?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, John hung out with us a couple hours tonight. John's pretty cool.
He's a
I've known him since we were in 6th grade.
very big liberal.
I don't know if he's a big liberal, but
I mean, he voted for Biden Harris. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're voting for Harris, that's just straight stupid.
okay, Cam. John's chill. Like, John's a good guy.
He is a good guy, but, voting for Harris, that's just straight stupid.
Okay, Cam. Well, anyways, John's into science. John got a chemistry degree. He works at some lab in Syracuse doing testing. He's got a good job. He's got a girlfriend. John's living the life, man. He's got his own apartment in Syracuse. He's got a girlfriend. He's got a nice job at the moment.
He drinks 1911s.
He drinks
Shout out
1911
Beacon
hard
Skip.
ciders, which for anyone not in Central New York, it's a Central New York thing. They're very good at this time of year. Highly recommend Beacon Skiff Orchards in Fayetteville.
Lafayette, off 81.
Dang, that's like, what, 45 minutes away from here?
45 minutes to an hour, but it's well worth it.
I've never been there. I want to go.
Their stuff is great. They have great ciders. Everything about it is, really good. He had the Honey Crisp tonight. That was really good. I think they have raspberry-flavored ciders. Everything about them is really good. Chris doesn't drink ciders or beer.
Yeah, I don't like beer, unfortunately.
He drinks effing vodka, if anybody's ever
Well, that's
had that.
one brand, but I drink many brands of vodka.
So I
Polish
had-
vodka is the best, by the way. Don't let anyone ever tell you Russian vodka is the best. Vodka was invented in Poland, and then the Russians stole it a couple of years later.
Breckenridge
Vodka
vodka
is Polish,
tonight.
though. Breckenridge vodka. Usually American vodka is Polish vodka is the best, but I tend to go for American
I'd say
just to support
Russian's
the homeland.
the best.
You're a fucking communist, Cam.
I don't
That's
think
what
I'm
I'm
a
hearing.
communist. I think you're a
I
communist.
think if you like Russian vodka,
your
you're a straight
girlfriend
communist.
is... You want to tell
Okay.
me about your girlfriend?
My girlfriend is from the Netherlands, okay?
Yeah, that
The
should be all
Netherlands
you know,
is very
folks.
socialist. It's
Yep.
not communist yet. It's
It's on its way.
it's on its way, but it's not there yet. They do have
McCarthy's rolling in his grave.
they do have one of the highest taxes in Europe though, which
It's
is insane.
absolutely ridiculous.
And of course, she doesn't want to move.
A lot of
but
people are talking about it.
I feel like Europe is done. Freedom in Europe is gone. You got to move to the U.S., to the South, probably Texas. I'm thinking about leaving here if things get worse, which they probably will.
I think things are okay in New York for the time
They're
being.
yes, for the time being, but I'm saying like 10, 15 years down the road, it might get way worse. Especially with, by the way, I don't know how many of the future listeners are going to be tuned into this, but Charlie Kirk got shot like, what, a month ago?
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty insane. Still
Yep.
kind of insane.
Very insane. Crazy.
Everyone was kind of in shock for the first week, and now we're like processing it and talking about it.
Yeah, I think he would have liked the whole talking thing. I think it was very bad what they did at the funeral was not really a funeral. It was kind of like a political rally. It was very,
You talking about his memorial?
yeah. His
Yeah, I didn't
memorial.
watch any of it, but I heard his wife said she forgave the shooter.
It was
and
very,
she's, like,
it was very
taking
weird.
over his organization.
Very,
and-
very weird. It was a funeral / memorial / revival. It was very, very weird. It was more like a political rally. It
was like a football game too.
It
You
was
see, it got 90,000 people there.
it was
That's
a football
insane.
rally in Arizona. Trump was there, Vance was there, RFK was there. I like RFK. I don't like Vance that much.
I don't like RFK.
I'm not a big fan of Trump. All Christy Nome was there. All the fucking Lee Zeldin, all the freaking
Lee Zeldin.
all the Republican people in power were there and spoke. It was more like a political rally than anything. Tucker Carlson was there. He made some news.
Do you like Tucker?
Tucker's not that bad,
I like
but
Tucker.
he's not that great because he tried to act like people didn't know that his father was in the CIA. He wasn't in the CIA.
He tried to get in the CIA.
Yeah, he tried to get in the
got
CIA,
rejected.
but he couldn't get in. Putin called him out for that, and he was like, "Yeah,
That wouldn't be a call out to me though. I'd be like, thank God that I didn't get in the CIA. And I'm pretty sure Tucker said that.
yeah." But the thing is that he tried to hide that his dad had nothing to do with the CIA, and that's just like a total lie. We know that now. We're listening to Hey Hey, What Can I Do? Led Zeppelin, great band.
Led Zeppelin's my favorite band. It's a little
Very
trivia.
awesome band. Who's second?
The Doors.
The Doors.
Third
Third,
is Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. Fourth,
I don't know. Probably the Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones. Can we get a top 5?
Probably the Who.
The Who, really?
The Who was the first rock and roll band I ever listened to. My dad.
Opinions on Janis Joplin.
My dad. I don't know. She's all right. I used to not like her, and now I find her okay. Her story's wild.
Yeah, a lot of stories.
She was like heavily a druggie, and then she went to Brazil and chilled for like a couple months, and then came back to the U.S. and immediately started doing drugs again. And
So,
here's a hot take, viewers. I believe that the CIA or somebody in the U.S. government killed those rock stars of that generation. Hendrix,
the 27.
Morrison,
They all died
Joplin.
at 27, didn't they?
But they all died of like drug overdoses in weird
At
circumstances.
27, though. It's like the 27 club
I know,
like
but
Kurt Cobain.
The circumstances were weird. Especially Jim Morrison. I follow Jim Morrison the most because he's my second favorite singer of all time.
Who's your first? Robert Plant?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Robert Plant's still alive.
I think Jim Morrison had better lyrics, but Robert Plant's vocal range is insane.
Led Zeppelin did steal a lot of songs.
Yeah. A lot.
A lot
They
of
got
songs.
sued a lot.
They did get sued a lot.
Jimi Hendrix is still a god, though.
But
I
they
don't care.
did.
Not
They
Jimi
did
Hendrix,
make all
Jimmy
those
Page.
songs very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very.
They also did
better.
a lot of covers.
It is what it is. They made it awesome.
Cam likes rap. I don't like rap, but they were all listening to rap earlier when they were drinking.
Rap
I was
is
kind of
good.
getting sick of it.
SoundCloud rap's really good. New rap is
All
terrible.
right, man. That's how I can tell you're younger than me. Cam's 4 years younger than me, by the way, and it shows sometimes.
SoundCloud rap's really good. What we listened to tonight, YNW Melly, Anime. We listened to Rich the Kid, a little bit of X, Juice WRLD. We had a really good night tonight on SoundCloud rap. New rap, Polo G. He's one of the newer rappers. 2020 plus. He's okay, but he's like the end of the SoundCloud era, so that's acceptable. But like after Polo G, it's all terrible from there.
You know what's crazy?
What?
We're halfway through the 2020s.
We are halfway through the 2020s.
We're halfway through the decade.
Not good.
Doesn't even seem possible.
2010s were a lot better than the 2020s.
I don't know about the decade isn't over yet. Who knows what the next 5 years is going to be? 4 years.
The way we're going, I can't see it's any better than what we had in the late 2010s. From 2015 to 2020, we were on a hot streak.
That was a pretty great era.
That was
I was in high school.
That
great
was
era.
really peak.
I went to Europe in 2019. It's amazing.
Yep. Very peak. A lot of peak things going on.
And from like 2020 to 2021 is not good. And then 2022 to now I think it's been good. It's been all right.
What happened 2020, 21?
COVID.
Well, that's true.
Where everybody freaked out, and then very slowly, things started opening up.
Isn't that when you started working at the county?
I worked for the county in the summer of 2021, and then when I graduated at the end of 2022, I got a job. It's a Doors song.
It is a Doors song. Build Me a Woman Live.
Yeah.
Build Me a Woman.
This is a good song.
Brandon would say it. Live. Brandon would say it. Build Me a Woman.
Oh, yeah. Everybody listening, Brandon is a god because we were at a bar for the games today. Cam wasn't there, but it was me, Brandon, and Jarrett, and Brandon got a girl's Instagram at the bar.
He has a girlfriend.
Yeah, he has a girlfriend, but his girlfriend's a psycho, and I guarantee you by the time this podcast gets released, they're broken up. Yeah, that's not a guarantee, but they'll be broken up someday. There's no way he marries her.
You know, it's never a guarantee, and you know, you probably wasn't gonna marry her, and this is the first time I'm being this, Brandon guy, and it's a late 20s, early 30s woman. She wasn't bad.
Yeah, the girl of his Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
They were older than us, but still looking good.
Bills fans?
What?
Bills fans?
I mean, they were wearing all Syracuse stuff. They were there for a football game.
On the Instagram, they were Bills fans.
Yeah, on the Instagram, she's a Bills fan, so that's a plus. We're Bills fans, by the way. The Bills play the Patriots tomorrow at 8:20. Make sure you tune in for that.
Sunday Night Football.
In
Buffalo.
Probably gonna kill the Patriots, but who's the Patriots quarterback now?
Drake May.
Drake, that's right. Drake May's decent. He just has a terrible team.
Yep. Patriots are not very good. They're coming into Buffalo.
I remember when they had Mac Jones.
Buffalo's a really hard place to play. Very, very, very hard place to play. Especially when Highmark's coming out and the new stadium's coming in. By the way, taxpayer funded.
You realize it's the most taxpayer funded stadium that's ever been built?
Well, the thing
that's
with
local for you.
The thing with the Bills is like they threatened to leave, but they were never gonna leave.
They just wanted the state to pay for it. That's what they do.
They were like, oh, we're gonna leave. Like, where are you gonna leave to, dude? You're not gonna leave. You're not gonna go anywhere. And there's really nothing wrong with the stadium they're in right now. It's actually a really nice stadium.
No, it's dated.
It's a little dated, but I think it's really
dated.
nice. So. It's nice.
It was built in 72. They started playing it in 73. It's dated.
It's nice still, though. In my opinion, it's still nice. They just want to get a Super Bowl there, and I think they could get a Super Bowl in Highmark, the stadium they're in right now.
No, you realize they'll never put a Super Bowl in the Northeast? Because they always want it to be warm. So it's got to be either a dome stadium or down south. The NFL said that.
Are you sure about that, though?
Yeah. They came out and said that. They'll never see one at the Patriots Stadium. They'll never see it in... I think they did it in MetLife one year. The year it opened. But...
I think they've done it at MetLife a couple times.
I think MetLife is the most north they go.
And
they do it in Minnesota because they have a dome.
I think they go to
They'd never do it in Lambeau. No, you can look at it. I looked up if they'll ever do it in Buffalo, and they said no.
I think they would. It's probably like a lottery thing.
No, it's Cam. You can look it up. They have the stadiums that are eligible to be Super Bowl stadiums, and Buffalo isn't one of them right now, at least.
Well, not
maybe with
right
the new
now,
stadium.
but like if the new stadium, when the new stadium's built, I'm sure it will be. Anything else you want to give to the audience?
What's the time we got here? We still got 15 minutes of content to get through.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
You sure you want to go an hour?
Yeah, it's got to be an hour. Anything less than an hour is fucking lame, bro.
It's not that lame.
The first one was, I think, an hour and a half, maybe an hour.
Okay, we don't have that much to talk about.
No, we can't. We have
There's
endless
a lot of
things
stars
to
in the
talk
sky
about.
right now.
Okay, let's not go there.
We're
Let's
not
not
going
bore
astrology.
the people. honestly, if you're listening to this at work right now, just trying to get through the day or something, or you're listening to this when you're bored, we appreciate you.
Or like committing suicide.
Or committing suicide.
Or
You should
like
probably not
hating
commit
life.
suicide, but
Yeah,
if you're
you
gonna,
really shouldn't. Like, it's kind of embarrassing, first of all, and like, you made it. Like, you were the one sperm cell to make it. Like, you were the one to make it. You have a life to live. You are
made it.
number one. You made it. You beat out everyone else. You are the number one motherfucker. You should be looking at everyone else go, I made it. All of us made it. You should not be killing yourself, dude. That is so bad.
then again, if you want to kill yourself because your college football team lost and your pro football team lost, I can wholeheartedly understand it.
That's absolutely terrible. And we're about to listen to Nancy Sinatra right now. She was really hot.
She was hot.
The day. Awesome. Very hot. Frank's daughter,
We should
by
just
the way.
get a Vietnam playlist going.
Yep.
Vietnam's my favorite war, by the way. I don't know if that's fucking weird to say, but I'm a history
is that
guy, so
relatable? I don't think it's relatable.
I like history.
I don't think it's relatable.
Cam, what is relatable? It's fucking 4 in the morning.
We're drinking beer at 4 in the morning, yeah. That's pretty relatable.
Okay, but we're not. We're drinking water. We're trying to go home.
We are drinking water, yes.
And I have to pee, but I'm going to hold it until the end of the podcast because that's how much I care about you people.
Yep.
You know Josh listens to my podcast?
Josh does listen to the podcast.
Josh, if you're listening to this, we love you. We wish we could hang out with you more. Stop playing League for hours on end.
Absolutely. Lot of league going on.
I guarantee you he's sitting there right now going, I don't like these people.
Yep, Josh playing some league. We're currently at Josh's parents' house right now.
I mean,
One of his parents.
yeah. Great house, great setting, always a welcoming environment.
We have great people from Fulton City coming around and, giving us a little boost during the night, saying, what's up, go Cuse. We got to go Cuse today. Me and Joan were sitting out here.
Really?
Like, yeah, they're like, what are you watching, the Syracuse game? We're like, no, they're getting blown out. We're watching Notre Dame. And they're like, all right, go Cuse. And we're like, yep, sure.
We were at Oktoberfest, and some guy was wearing a Yankees jersey just like Jarrett, and the guy dapped Jarrett up. He was like, go Yankees, bro. And Jarrett was like, yeah, go Yankees.
What was the Yankees score, like 9-1? 10-1? Yeah, that's not good.
We left when it was 5-1.
Yeah, not good.
And we left in the 8th inning, so.
Not good. Well, we should probably get started cleaning up here soon.
Yeah, as soon as the podcast ends.
Anything to add? It's 4 in the morning.
Oh.
Sun's coming up soon. A couple hours.
Yeah, doesn't it come up at like 5:30 now?
Yeah.
That's
FPD hasn't been out.
That's another fun thing, people. If you live in the Northeast, or if you don't live in the Northeast, like if you live down south or something, the sun comes up wicked early in the winter here. Like probably, 4:30 in the morning in like January.
Yeah, and the sun was starting to go down.
Oh, it's coming up at
5
7 today.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, but, it starts to get light out very early, around like 6 a.m. It starts to get light out, and then the sun is fully out at 7 a.m.
Yeah, that's another thing. Me and Jarrett have stayed out here and drank until 6 in the morning, but Jarrett always gets freaked out when the sun comes up, so he immediately goes inside.
Yeah.
And I'm just out here alone.
Yeah. He doesn't like that whole thing. He gets really fucked up about that. Probably because one time we had a baseball tournament when we were younger, probably, 5 years ago now. And, if you know Pixel Pete's from GTA 5,
Jesus Christ.
Chris, shut up. We gotta tell the folks about this.
Stop saying the folks, bro.
We're telling the folks.
You know folks is a German word, Volk?
Really?
Yes, that's where it
It
comes
is.
from, Germany.
It is.
VOLK.
Well, we're telling the folks. The
you want a little
Volks.
history
The
story?
Volkswagens. We're telling the Volkswagens.
That means people's wagon. That's literally what
Really?
it means.
Really?
Volkswagen.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
You never put that together.
No, I didn't.
Jesus Christ.
I'm an American, not a German.
All right. Anyways, I have German ancestry, so I know this shit.
Well,
And I
fuck
like
the
history.
Germans. We are Americans.
At the end of World War II, when the Germans were running out of people, they created a
Back-to-back World War chants, by the way.
a people's
The United
militia.
States of America.
A people's militia called the Volkssturm, which meant like people's storm, and it was literally like old people and kids with Panzerfaust trying to kill tanks.
Really?
Did you know about that?
No, I didn't.
And for the Battle of Berlin, it was literally old people and kids with Panzerfaust.
And that was
And
the
Russians,
Soviets in the Battle
and the
of
Russians just rolled over them. It was
Obviously.
terrible. But it was the last
big
last
red
ditch
machine.
effort.
There's two big red machines in history: the Cincinnati Reds and the Communists.
All right, Cam, that's enough of that.
So, what were we talking about before that?
I don't know.
We totally forgot.
It came up. You said folks. We got to tell the folks about something.
What were we telling the folks about?
I don't know. You said folks, and then I went on to history.
The Volkswagen. That's what we're going to start talking
we weren't
about.
Talking about
the
It was
Volkswagen.
before that.
Well, I know that, but we're going to start calling the Volkswagen the Volkswagen.
Okay, Cam.
The Volkswagen.
You realize when you say it though, in German the V is pronounced like an F.
Yeah, I know.
But in English, the F is pronounced like... That's where it's said the same way in German.
Okay, but we're going to be talking the Volkswagen.
Okay. You're fucking giving me a headache.
Well, we don't have much to talk about.
Would you stop? We literally have anything to talk about. We could talk about... What about JFK, Cam? Who killed JFK? There we go.
I mean,
We could talk
Israel,
about that for
the
hours.
Cubans.
It was the Cubans, the CIA, and the mob. It's not that hard to put together.
Israel.
It's not Israel.
I think Israel had a big thing to do with it.
Israel was too busy getting ready for the 67 war.
John F. Kennedy said, Ben-Gurion, you cannot have nuclear missiles. And they were like, oh no.
Yeah, doesn't Israel have nukes, but, like, no one acknowledges they have nukes?
Yeah, that's kind of a whole weird thing.
Hilarious.
Kind of like Pakistan. Like, no one knows Pakistan has nukes.
No, everyone knows Pakistan has nukes.
No, they don't.
Okay.
If you ask the average person, they'd be like, where's Pakistan? Oh, they have nukes?
That's why we were sketched out about getting bin Laden in Pakistan, because if we got found out Pakistan had
Imagine
nukes,
Bin Laden had
would've
nukes.
escalated.
That would be
No,
fucking
not Bin
wild.
Laden. Bin Laden was hiding in Pakistan.
Yeah, about Jalalabad or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Jalalabad,
But the
yeah.
thing was, if we got
Do
discovered...
you believe we throw him into the ocean?
No. That was way too fucking sketchy. Something happened there. They definitely kept his body or something. There's no way you're dumping it in the ocean.
There's not really
One of the
any.
most
There's not
notorious-
any body of water near Afghanistan.
Probably the most notorious terrorist of all time, and you're
And
throwing
we threw him
his body
into
in
the
the
water.
ocean.
The
Doesn't
Gulf.
make any sense.
The Gulf. The Gulf.
Persian Gulf,
The
right?
Persian Gulf. I guess so.
Fucking retarded, man.
Yeah, that's always been pretty wild to me.
I mean, I like conspiracies. I could talk about conspiracies all night. But Cam's more of a uptight guy. He's more of a straight arrow guy. Doesn't like conspiracy. He doesn't even like watching horror movies.
No,
'cause
I
he's
like
fucking lame.
conspiracy theories a lot. I think I threw a conspiracy theory out. I think that there was a multifaceted effort to kill JFK.
I guarantee you the Israelis had no part in it,
I
though.
think the Israelis had a part. I think
it was the old guard from World War II, which was the military-industrial complex, basically. It was the
with
mob
Israel,
because of
Cubans,
JFK's brother, and then it was
the
the Cubans
unions.
because of the Bay of Pigs.
I think the unions, Hoffa had a lot to do with it. I
Yeah,
think
but that was the mob.
the mob, the Cubans, the Israelis, the
Not
CIA.
the Why are you getting the Israelis from?
Because he told Israel they couldn't have a nuke, and then LBJ said, "Yeah, you can have a nuke."
Yeah, but I
Lyndon
think
Johnson
that-
was a pushover.
I don't think
really.
the Israelis contributed any resources. They probably just were happy with it.
I think they were probably happy with
I'm
it
saying
too.
the Cubans, the mob, and the
I
CIA
think
contributed resources.
You
They had
underestimate
shooters.
Mossad. I think they probably had some.
Mossad in 1963.
I mean, they
You know what Mossad was
got
doing?
Nazi war criminals.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
what they
in
were doing for the
60s
first
and
20
70s.
years. They weren't focused on America.
I mean, that's what you think.
Okay.
We don't know.
Listen, Mossad.
I mean, there's a former
Mossad, if you're listening, please clear the air between me and Cam if
There's
you
a-
killed JFK.
There's a CIA agent that was on the PVD podcast, Patrick Bet David
You watched
podcast.
Patrick Bet David?
Yeah,
Did
he
you
was
see
on.
his podcast with Nick Fuentes recently?
I did see
That
it.
was
It was very
interesting.
good. Very good.
I didn't know all that about Nick Fuentes.
Yes. He literally just started asking questions, and they were just all freaking out about it. You can't ask those questions. Kind of like Tucker Carlson we were talking about earlier. He made a joke about Israel at Charlie Kirk's funeral, and everyone had a freak out about it. I was like, it's not that bad.
I didn't see that. I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah, he just said a whole bunch of people eating hummus, basically. It really isn't, that bad, but, they all freaked out about it.
Speaking about conspiracies, this isn't even a conspiracy, but, Cam, do you believe in the paranormal? Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know.
Interesting. Why don't you tell the people, while I go to the bathroom, why don't you tell the people all the time we went on Gray Road? Relay the story about Gray Road.
So our friend Cairo, he's a Dominican.
Starts the story with Cairo is why.
Yeah, we're sort of, Chris is supposed to be going to the bathroom right now. And so our friend Cairo came with us, and we went on this Gray Road. I guess it's like a haunted road, and we were at Josh's house, and, it's Jared's brother, so Chris's friend. They graduated together, and we're there. Chris is driving. He may have been drunk. He was probably pretty drunk. I was really fucked up. Cairo was really fucked up. He's a big Dominican guy. Think of, a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Like, he's a big guy. Like, he can do some damage. He's hanging outside the car. We're driving like 60 miles per hour on these country roads in upstate New York. And I'm in the back seat doing the same thing as Cairo. And we're just outside the car. We got videos. We're, shotgunning beers out the side. Jared's in the front seat. Chris is driving. We're going down this road. It's just a great time and everything. And then we get back, and our friend Carson's like, where are you guys going? We're like, Gray Road. And they're like, oh, it's haunted. And we're like, oh, we don't know anything about it. We got really fucked up on that. We're screaming. We're going through turns and curves and all that other stuff. And Chris is taking a piss right now, and nobody knows except us. He's taking a piss, and everyone else is sleeping. We still got to clean up, but... we're going through curves and turns, and we're like, Chris, turn. And I'm shocked we didn't get in an accident, to be completely honest with you. It was really fucked up. We were drinking a lot. Chris wasn't. He was pretty sober. Me and Cairo were screaming out the side of the car.
I was the most excited I've ever seen Cam in my life.
Yeah, we probably were probably halfway out the car, both of us.
Cam finally got out of a shell.
I'm getting out of my shell right now.
Yeah, but usually you stay in your shell, Cam. Let's be honest, you're a shell guy.
Yeah, we have to stay in the shell. We have to be...
fuck the shell. Live a little.
We are living a little. How much time we got left?
We got 3 minutes left. Not even, 2.5.
3 minutes left. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, but could probably wrap it up with like 30 seconds left. We still got 2 minutes. So I believe in the paranormal. I believe in ghosts and spirits and all that. I'm probably going to fall asleep to those scary YouTube videos where they recount like paranormal experiences that probably didn't happen, but they're fun to listen to and get freaked out while you're trying to fall asleep.
Probably going to fall asleep to Trailer Park Boys. Did you see there's a new Peaky Blinders series coming out?
I knew they were coming out with a movie, but they're doing a sequel series. Have you watched Peaky Blinders?
I love it.
I love Peaky Blinders too. I didn't know that about you.
Yes.
Big fan of Mr. Thomas Shelby. And the Billy Boys.
There's so many episodes though. It's kind of like Outer Banks. I'm a big Outer Banks fan.
Never watched Outer Banks.
Outer Banks is amazing. I remember it was a big thing with like girls my age in like 2020, and then I just kind of got roped in. It was a whole weird thing.
You ever had a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Dang. How old were you?
Like 16.
I remember those days.
You do?
I had a girlfriend when I was 17.
Norcha?
No.
No? Do you want to tell it?
Well, I don't want to mention her name, but she was really good to me, but I was way too immature to have a girlfriend at the time, and I messed it up.
What was her name?
I'm not saying her name.
You don't want to say her name? That's respectable, I guess.
She was good, though. She was a good girl. I just was way too immature to have a girlfriend. Just wanted...
Where is she now?
I have no idea. She blocked me on Instagram. Because, like, a year after we broke up, we dated for 9 months and then broke up. And about a year after we broke up, I tried following her roommate on Instagram, which Granted, that's pretty weird, and then she blocked me.
Yeah, it's really not a good look, Chris.
No. Again, I was too immature at that time. 18 years old.
Sounds it. All right, Chris. We gotta be wrapping up here soon.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up. We're gonna clean up all the liquor bottles. I wish I could show you all the liquor bottles on the porch right now. We
There's
usually
a ton.
stack them up.
There's a crap
It's
ton.
probably like, what, 20 on this porch right now?
Yeah, 20, 30.
Between cans and bottles.
Yep, there's a lot.
So me and Cam are gonna get a trash bag, throw all the bottles in the bag, put all the chairs back, make sure the table's clear, take in the TV, put that inside, and make sure the porch is clean. Because Jarrett's mom is a real stickler about cleanliness. She doesn't want to see a single spot, which, in my opinion, is very annoying, but whatever. It's her house. So, we're listening to Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd right now. I hope you're listening to it too.
The temperature has dropped a ton. By the
Yeah,
way.
it's kind of gotten freezing out here. It is 4 a.m. though, so it's probably peak cold. Hope you all have a good night or a good day or whatever you're doing. Hope you have a good time. And have some tobacco and vodka sometime. It's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Bye, everybody.
See you later. Good night.